Picture this. You're a fan of Batman, The Dark Knight. For years after the hilarious disaster known as Batman and Robin, Batman has gained a darker image, a creature of the night, the heroic brute of Gotham City, and along comes Batman Arkham Asylum. The game is hailed as the ultimate Batman game, becoming what everyone now expects when the next game comes out. Then you get this.
So now, you don't have any excuses not to play.
Fine, but can I at least play as myself?
I get the feeling these are two different properties. Premiering in 2008 and ending in 2012, Batman the Brave and the Bold aired on Cartoon Network. Created to be the ultimate tribute to the Silver Age of comics, the show was originally hated for its campy atmosphere and easily dismissed by fans. Nowadays, it's hailed as a cult classic, considered to be one of the best shows DC ever put out. Of course, the case with licensed products, it eventually got a release both on the Nintendo DS and Nintendo Wii 1 year after Arkham Asylum came out. The question is, would it stand out against its darker counterparts? Would anything be special about it?
Beware, criminals, for the entire ocean is my army. Once again, evil is washed away.
I'm sold. Let's go. First though, credit where credit's due. The game gives you 2 instruction manuals. 2! In a day and age when you get next to none of these booklets, the fact that you get 2 is great. One for English and one for Spanish. And it goes into great detail about every aspect. It almost makes me want to cry. Almost as much as seeing the show intro every time you start a new episode. I might as well touch on that first. Yes, the game is very faithful to the show, and I mean, wow. The references, the banter between characters, the music sounding right out of the show, every voice actor and actress reprising their roles, the animation of the characters in short clips. As a fan of the show, it pulls my heartstrings how well the show was represented. You feel like you're watching an extended episode, right down to a teaser fight before the intro brings you the episode itself. But of course, you need good gameplay along with a great presentation. So does Batman Brave and the Bold deliver? Yes. Yes, it does. There are 4 episodes, each broken into a teaser boss, 8 levels, and 2 boss levels. That sounds like a lot, but each level lasts anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes, more if you explore every nook and cranny. You get to control either Batman or the hero tagging along for that episode. Bringing along a hero to jump in when needed, you enter the side-scrolling beat-em-up, when you beat bad guys while making it to the end of the stage. It sounds simple, and, well, it is, but there's more to dive into it, stopping the game from becoming stale. Batman has an assortment of gadgets to aid in level progression and in combat, more unlocked with each episode completed and through upgrades. What starts with the Batarang expands with tasers, explosives, and even a sword that comes out of his belt. For some reason. Man, it's almost as weird as the shark repellent. At this point, some would see similarities to another game I previously reviewed, Spider-Man Friend or Foe. And while the two games are similar, there are a few differences where Batman Brave and the Bold actually comes out on top. What am my glasses looking at? First are the heroes and their gadgets and abilities. Batman starts with Batarangs and acquires the gadgets after clearing each episode, plus any purchasable upgrades through the Batcave. Gadgets through clearing episodes have a purpose and levels, but most upgrades are strong against certain enemies. For instance, the Taser is strong against cat enemies, and the Nth Metal Knuckles are strong against ghost enemies. Knowing the weaknesses can be a huge advantage, making you want to use your abilities and make an effort to upgrade them. Sidekicks also get abilities unique to them, and while there isn't a weakness mechanic, those abilities are useful in combat, again, making you want to use them. Gadgets and abilities use your blue bar in the HUD, while health is the red bar. You can either slowly fill it up defeating enemies, or picking up energy capsules in the levels. There's also health capsules, which refill health, and coin boxes, which give you a lot of, well, coins. Sadly, these are the only collectibles in the game. No other unlocks are hidden in levels, which is a bit disappointing. Even Friend or Foe did this right. You made me compliment Friend or Foe. You must be punished. I may be a bit of a Batman fan. Speaking of coins, I should explain the death system, in which there is none. Like Friend or Foe, you respawn right after all of your health is gone. Plus, you get a full refill on your energy. It sounds inconsequential, but every death costs you 100 coins, which for this game is a lot. The only time death is a slap in the wrist is boss fights, but do be careful not to die since gadget and ability upgrades cost a pretty penny, especially if you want some of Batman's best gadgets. Boss fights are actually pretty fun in this game despite the infinite lives. Each boss has a unique strategy you need to find out, and no two bosses are ever alike. The game will sometimes tell you what to do, but only if you struggle for too long. In fact, the gallery of rogues in this game is, well, a breath of fresh air. You have familiar faces like Two-Face, I see what I did there, and Catwoman, but you also have unfamiliar faces like Gentleman Ghost, Copperhead, and Starro. And for the first time in I don't know how long, no Joker. Hey, I love the dude, but him not being in this game is so relieving. Except when you realize a certain series makes him the obligatory villain every time. Hey, I still love you, Arkham series. It's okay. It's okay. But it's not. You probably noticed the hero icon next to the HUD. Well, as I mentioned before, that's your jumpin' hero. Another feature Brave and the Bold did better. At the press of a button, when the gauge is full, a hero from the show swoops in to deal damage to all enemies on screen. Shake the remote for more powerful attacks, and be ready to see the best version of Aquaman to date. I wish I was kidding, but it took until this series for people to start taking him seriously. And that's coming off of the series that actually try to take everything seriously. As you battle enemies, the gauge slowly fills up, and then you can use it again should you have the need to. What's cool is each hero is unlocked over time, 2 per episode. And even though it's basically a screen nuke, the game makes each one feel unique enough that you want to select different ones each time. You can even unlock Protobot, a giant mecha Batman. I got nothing, that's just cool. The playable characters also have super moves on their own. When you rack up enough combos and beat up enough enemies, you can 1, 2, 3 punch bad guys out of the way. It's not exactly a screen nuke, and, well, it's there. Sadly, that's where the praise ends, because I do have some nitpicks. The levels sadly don't have much replayability, unless you liked the jokes or the styles they take. With no official collectibles except coins, there's nothing to go back to and try to complete. You could replay the sometimes fun bosses, but since they don't give you coins, it doesn't help if you want to upgrade your gadgets. The only real reward after finishing the game is the Bat Knight Challenge, a gauntlet of enemies separated into 10 phases. And that's it. There is a bonus costume for Batman, but the game never tells you how to unlock it. Even the internet wants me to cheat with a code, so I did. It was totally worth it. DC? Where's this action figure? I'll buy 20! So the game might only be worth playing once in the long run. But I don't care. This was a fantastic adventure. You could really tell WayForward worked hard on this game. Even the simple combat never felt boring, with the humorous and heartfelt writing backing it up. Combine that with visuals and music that feel ripped right out of the show, and you get a game worthy of being an adaptation. If you own a Wii and love Batman, get this game. Heck, maybe even the DS game. I mean, Batman can't help but praise it.
Hey, didn't I see that guy in the Nintendo DS game?
Sort of. Oh yeah, if you pair a DS with the Wii, you get to play as Batmite. Can't imagine why I forgot to mention that. I was pleasantly surprised with this game, not gonna lie. Most adaptations of licensed media fall flat in its face, but somehow this game, of all games, stand out against the crowd. maybe it won't be as well regarded as SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. But seriously, give it a chance. I don't think you'll be disappointed. On the PS2Man, and you know what? I think Batman has the perfect way to send us off.
And until we meet again, boys and girls, know that wherever evil lurks, in all its myriad forms, I'll be there with the hammers of justice to fight for decency and defend the innocent. Good night.
That still guts me. Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, well, you know what to do. If you want to keep up with any updates, make sure to follow Twitter, and if you want to catch out any of my streams, feel free to check out my Twitch. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Take care everyone.